So of course, Harbor Freight only had 3 of these, and they're $6. So I had to run to Northern Tool, where they're $9. So should have just went to Northern Tool to begin with, because I needed 4 of these, but Harbor Freight only had 3, so I had to run to Northern Tool to buy 1 more. But you'll see what these are for when I get home. Alright, so today I'm going to try to at least kind of put together the platform for my truck camping setup. It's mostly going to be temporary. Just got to kind of put it together before I got to run to Kentucky and drive a total of like 40 hours. So I'm going to need somewhere to sleep here and there. But what I did was I got some of this channel strut, and I'm going to take these things off, replace them with one of these things, cut these down to fit, one across here and one across the back too. And that should give me a nice solid platform. And I can tuck stuff underneath too. So simple as this. Take off the old one. And this thing slips in here. And it is a little bit of a loose fit, but I'm hoping after I get the bar in here, connected to the other side, I'm hoping it'll keep it a little straighter, a little. So now I just got to cut this down to 5.5 feet so that it fits across the bed. So something like this. This is here, very tightly plays in this side to side here, but this fits in here very tightly. However, I cannot for the life of me get this one on front. The sides of the bed rail keep getting in the way to fit it, so I gotta trim it down even more. There we go. Got the front one in. This one I had to trim down a little more. This one's 5 foot 4.5 inches, and it does have a little play, so it can slide around a bit. Unlike this one. This one's not going anywhere, but this one at least won't slide out. That's the general idea, and now I need to figure out platform. I think I have a game plan here. I gotta go and get a piece of plywood, and I'm gonna get a big piece of 4x8 because from that back wall to about this edge here is 4 feet. So if I cut it in half, 4 feet will end about here or so. And then I have enough left over to trim another piece here. And then I'm just gonna have to sleep diagonally. So I just laid the plywood in here. I got a 4x8 piece of, I think this is 1932nd. I'll have to double check. 1932nd or 5/8. It was labeled as both somehow at Lowe's, but it's about 45 bucks. And I just had them cut it there. So now this piece is 4x4. So then I have this little bit over here I can cut down off the other one and stick in here. So I still have another 4x4 piece that I can trim down to fit this. So it's not too bad. This doesn't flex too much. And I can only lay it diagonally here. And I can get up. Put my feet down. Put my feet down and put my shoes on. whatever, and then you can also sit down here. There's something to lean against, but you can at least sit, and now there's plenty of headroom. So, God, this is so fucking hot. You might get some carpet staple on here, but I can at least throw my backpacking pad down and have somewhere to rest, somewhere to camp out for the night. My truck has the Pro Power. It's got the Pro Power outlet, 2 kilowatt, and which means I can charge stuff while we're driving, so I can throw my battery back here, and I got one of those little Goal Zero batteries I can stick right here, plug my laptop in, iPad and phone and everything while I'm back here. And then I can string up some lights and some lighting in here. But if you can tell, but it is raining right now, and this thing is surprisingly watertight. It's not airtight by any means, but it's surprisingly watertight. Alright, so what I just did was cut notches in here so this can slide up against the bed here and not have to come all the way up to where these meet. That way you just get just a little extra real estate. God, it's so hot. See, I had to notch this one twice to fit that, but then this one only fits one notch here because it's not quite long enough, but it works. It's not going to slide around too much. So now I need to measure the distance between here and the widest point here. That way I can fill in this gap. And then of course I gotta cut notches for this one and that one. And then it should be pretty flush over here. And then I lopped off this corner here so that it'd fit a little better. Otherwise you can see it, the corner would stick out here, and that I'm gonna let it sit flush either. We're almost there. Got this piece in. The only thing is it bows just a little bit here where they meet, but I can screw them together. That's no problem. But this piece fits in nice and flush. Everything is super solid. I think all I gotta do next really is sand it down a bit so there's no burrs and stuff, and then go back to Lowe's tomorrow, grab some carpet, cover this thing, and that's about it. And then probably the hardest part is finding storage bins that can fit under here that can slide in and out. I think I only have about 12 inches top to bottom. So we shall see, but man, this is so cool. Alright, so went and got some spray adhesive and some indoor-outdoor carpet, so I'm just going to cut it down to fit on each panel. I decided to keep the smaller panel, it's this one, separate from the bigger panel. That way I'll have some movable panels to get some pass-through storage. it's just some Gorilla Glue. And one thing I gotta keep in mind is these notches. When I cover it in carpet, I gotta cut these out and hope they don't bind up too much. But I got some green carpet because that's really all they had. It was only about 25 bucks. I'm just gonna slightly coat this and then spray the heck out of this. So it says spray both surfaces and then wait about a minute. God. So the glue's setting up, stapled all around it and cut a lot of the excess off and put weight on it so it'll hopefully stick really well. Well, I don't know, but storm's gonna roll in soon, so I'm gonna let these dry and then put them back in the truck. Yeah, well, got one side in. You can tell where it's slotted in because these 3 ribs make the plywood. It's much nicer than airwood. Pretty snug. I think I might have to redo this one actually. Trim it just a bit shorter so it's easier to pop on and off. So I can get access to any storage I want to try and fit down here. But for now it'll work. And so here's a quick look. It's only sprinkling, so it's gonna be quick. But got it, the deck carpeted, and it mostly fits. Now it's just finding storage bins that fit under here. But at least now I have a comfy place to set up some sort of sleeping pad. I think that's enough for one day.